So Photoshop does give us two rather nifty little tricks that enable us to help that process on its way. But I want to talk to you first about how you actually make things appear to be transparent or see-through. And there are two very easy tricks in Photoshop that give us the illusion of making things that overlap look transparent or translucent. Forget the image being totally and utterly underexposed. I want to just show you quickly how we can create a pure white background. Often when we're doing this particular exercise, you're going to want to be able to select around the edges of your flowers so that when we are masking, that we don't actually go over the edges. So let me show you another nifty tip that we're going to use tonight. The next thing I want to show you is how to trick Photoshop and your audience, of course, on how to make something look transparent. So the image is quite dirty and would need to be cleaned up properly. But to try to make the white petal look transparent or translucent, what we really want to be able to do is to allow some of the colour from the pink petal to come through the white petal, but also to allow these veins to be seen through it as well. The first thing I would do here would be to sample the colour from the underlying petal. So I'll just use the eyedropper to click on that. Each image becomes a layer in the Photoshop process. And from there, we can then start to build our photograph. The only rule really is make sure to make your life easier that you select them from darkest to lightest or lightest to darkest. The main rule is that the stack needs to contain the lightest image at the bottom and the darkest image at the top. And unless you've been incredibly unlucky, you should have at least one, if not more, images which are so overexposed that the background is going to be absolutely pure white. Now, here comes the magic. We work next with the next layer up. So paintbrush, white on your paintbrush, and I'm just going to, this layer also has a pretty good white layer, so I'm not worried about the edges. So as I start to mask over the flowers, I probably could have started with this one. I'm starting to bring back the pixels from that particular exposure. Flat lay photography can look an absolute mess if your items are not properly balanced and your lighting is incorrect. To start with, you want to think about the colours that you're using. So you want to use contrasting colours, and the negative space in the centre can work really well for flat lays. The background for a flat lay is more important than anything else.